All right, maybe now you can hear my voice, and now we are good to go. Okay, all right, perfect. So, welcome aboard, guys. It looks like I'm going to have to do some editing for the stream after we're done. But today, folks, we are going to be taking a look at X-Plane 12.3.0, and we are going to be also doing so looking at the Zibo. This is the latest version of the Zibo 737. One of the most advanced freeware 737, one of the best renditions of a 737 in a sim. We are going to be flying in weather conditions that are artificial. So I have decided to play with the weather director a little bit today. And there is something that I want to show you, and I want to give a shout out to, let me get his name, to Darth Bellin. Darth Bellin gave me a really good tip in my last video in the comments section. I want to share this with you guys. So thank you very much, Darth, for this. So apparently in NVIDIA app, there is a, let me go here to the NVIDIA app, and guys do get the latest driver because it's excellent. So let me go here to the NVIDIA app. And if you go to graphics, you can add X-Plane. So if you don't see it here, you just can come here and you can say add program and just go to the installation folder, add X-Plane, then go to down here, you'll find something called smooth motion. It's actually supported and it's working. I turned it on, and what it does is if I go here and let me just bring the frames, you'll see that my frames, I'm getting like 70 frames. It actually natively shows you the frames here on the ground. So it really does change things around. It kind of works like lossless scaling. Once you start the sim, it tells you it's not supported, but it actually is working pretty well. So anyway, we're going to get things started here. And our flight today is, let me bring up, we don't have, let me remove that out of the way. And let's bring up Navigraph charts and take a look at our flight there today. Let me see if I can get rid of that. Where is it? There we go. All right. So our flight today, ladies and gents, is in Belarus. We are specifically, I think the internet is still a bit crappy today. I'm not sure why. It's just everything's taking too long to load. Okay, well, in the meantime, we are going to go to the aircraft here. We're going to turn on the battery switch, and we're going to turn on the hydraulic switches here. Left aft fuel pump is on, and we're going to go and set the aircraft up while Navigraph charts loads, and then we'll take a look at our flight plan. Okay, so first thing first, I want to make sure that if I go to the config, we want to make sure that we are in kilograms, so everything is set here. Perfect. Next, we are going to go to the fuel and balance. We are going to go, no, before that, we want ground services. We're going to connect the GPU, and we are going to come here and turn on external power. We're going to arm the emergency lights here, and let's head back here and go to fuel and balance. Yes. We're going to go to airside services, next page, and we're going to say load OFP and activate. So you can do this from SimBrief. There is a specific Zibo 738 flight plan. It's an XML file. You need to place it in the FMS folder, the output file. Then go to FMS plans, place that file there, and then you should be able to access it from the electronic flight bag. So now from this point forward, everything is actually automatic. So this is, you can see here that the stair is deployed once the passengers, now it will not start fueling until we come here and we turn on the non-smoking sign. We'll leave the fasten seatbelt signs off so that we can also board the passengers. But what you'll see now, you'll see that the fuel truck is coming in position, the catering truck, the aircraft door is now open, and the passengers will begin boarding. Very nice automation. They're built by Zibo in this version of the aircraft. So now that this is taken care of and the aircraft's being loaded. All right, so the refueling is now restarting. We're going to start with our tests here. So first, let's come here and test the lights. Lights are good.
Ground to flight deck, fuel is all loaded up and you are good to go.
Okay, so I've set the time to long, so it's not realistic because it really does take very long time. And not short, so that it immediately finishes, so you guys can at least see the sequence. So we are going to come here and do the test. Perfect. Let me just bring up the volume a bit here, and cargo fire test. Brilliant. There we go, and that is also checked. Perfect. Everything here is good. We're going to go here to the overhead panel, and we're going to test the flight data recorder. And Mach speed warning test 1. Mach speed warning test 2. Stall warning. Those kind of need a little bit of time before they are operational. So we're going to set this on nav. Right, all checks here, everything is okay. And next we're going to come here and turn on the yaw damper. And what else do we need to do here? Everything here is good and perfect. So we are going to test. This one doesn't work, so it's just there for completeness sake. And let's see if SimBrief, if Navigraph, wants me to sign in. I hate it when that happens. Okay, now it doesn't let me sign in either. So I'm not sure really what to do. All right, let me try this again. All right, it doesn't want to let me sign in. All right, I need to figure this out later. So we'll just have to do... well, I'll tell you what we're going to do, folks. We are going to go to SimBrief. There's always a way to... We're just going to go to SimBrief here. And we are going... Yeah, there's definitely something wrong with the internet here at my end. You see how things are really taking very long? I really am not sure what's going on. All right. Anyway, we can continue here. And we'll see what we can do about that later. All right, so FMC, position in it. We are at, yeah, I need it. Oh, why? All right, there we go. I think maybe now it's okay. Looks like things are working fine now. All right, so let's try SimBrief one more time now. See if it works. Yeah, finally. All right, so now I need to... Okay. Invalid password? Come on. All right, let's approve that. And now we're good. Yeah, I'm not sure, guys, today. I don't really want to keep you guys waiting for the stream, so I decided to do it, although I didn't really know what to expect in terms of the connectivity issues, but looks like things are okay now. All right, so we are good here, and we are going to input our departure airport, which is Minsk in Belarus. So that would be uniform Mike Sierra. And we're going to go to the next page, copy the GPS position, head back, enter it here, go to the routes page. Now the only thing we need to do really is we are going to click here on request plan, and it will fetch everything from the flight plan that we have already created from SimBrief. So we'll just give it a little bit of time here, and it should load everything up from the flight there we go, load. And now it's going to load everything here. As you can see, we're going to say activate and execute. Next, we're going to go to the routes page. Let's go actually to departure. You'll see that it automatically selected the runway as well for us and the SID. There you go, the SORV 2 Golf SID. And then we're going to go to the... Now, the only thing it doesn't do is the runway, the arrival runway, which we need to do. So it has already selected for us the arrival runway, which is the arrival star, the build 3 Bravo. And then we need to select runway 06, which is here's the ILS 06. We're going to take the Rurak transition, and we're going to say execute. Perfecto. Let's now go to the route. We're going to go to perf int, and now we can request the perf int as well. So again, everything comes from the SimBrief plan. We'll post it for you on the Q8 pilot. Thank you very much there. Hello, the Flying Scotsman. Welcome aboard. I created a drone-like camera, like the same in MSFS and Xbox controller, without... oh, that's pretty cool, Roy. Well, I'll be very interested to check it out. All right. So now we have everything here. We're going to say load, and that should load all our information. It looks like 31,000 feet. We're going to put 2,000 kilos. That's 2 tons of reserve fuel here, and say execute. Let's go to the routes page real quick here. Let's go to next RTE. Next page, legs. There we go. Next, RTE data. And we're going to say load the winds. So it's going to, again, load the cruise winds from the SimBrief plan. It has changed the times as well. So that's cool. We're done here. And we can go now back to the init ref. So route, takeoff page. We're going to do flaps 5 for departure. And those are our V speeds, 149 for V2 and 28.3, 4.5 trim. And we can come here and set 4.5 trim. You've got to love the stabilizer trim sounds there on the Zibo. So we're going to set this to 4.5. Perfect. I'm not sure which language they're speaking. All right. So let's cancel this here. Let's go ahead and start the APU now. All right. And we'll let this do its thing. Let's come here. We're going to continue with the window heat, 31,000 right here. And the steady lights, position lights are steady. Trim air is on. We're going to leave this here until the APU is started. So everything else here is looking good. Perfect. Okay, so everything's great. Let's bring some lights to the cockpit here. So I'm going to come down here. We're going to bring up some panel lights, some floodlights as well. And we're going to come there. Let's see. Some panel lights here, background light, and that's the glare shield lights. And we'll do the same panel lights here a little bit. Let's test the oxygen. Checks okay on both sides. And everything is in tip-top shape. Perfect. All right. Hi, Q8 instructions. Oh, it's in Russian. Gotcha. Thank you. All right. Flight directors are on. And this is going to be 31,000 feet. So let's set that to 31,000. There we go. And 149 plus 10. That's 159 for the speed there. And that is also now set. And everything is perfect. Anti-skid goes to rejected takeoff. And everything else is perfect. Let's go here, put this on climb. And we're going to put this on the legs page. Speaking of the legs page, let's just make sure we have no discos, which we don't. And we're just waiting now for the alignment. So if we come up here and do that. All right, alignment in 1 minute. Perfect. All right. Looks like, yeah, the issue looks like it has subsided. So I'm very glad that things are working as they should. I hope Zibo will add some pop-out panels at some time. Yeah, that would be great, really. Okay. Are they still speaking in Russian? Yes, they are. Okay. All right, guys. We're going to turn on the fuel pumps. Let's go ahead and turn on the APU bleed. Engine bleeds off. And we're going to put this pack here on auto. And everything else is good. All right, final checks here. Let's check the GPWS.
Pull up. Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind shear. Terrain. Terrain. Pull up. Obstacle. Obstacle. Pull up. Airspeed low.
All right, so we're done with the GPWS. Let's test the... we're going to put this on test. I don't think anything happened there. All right, well, we'll take it to alt off. And everything else here is okay. All right, let's make sure the cabin door is closed. Let's lock it. All right, flight deck door is locked, and we're going to go to the PA system and do the captain welcome. All right. All fuel pumps are on, everything is ready to go, and if we look outside, you'll see that everything's been completed, and the only thing we have is the connected GPU. So we're going to go home, we're going to go ground services, and disconnect the GPU now that we have the APU in place, and we are now, ladies and gents, ready to start the engine, so anti-collision lights are on, and what we're going to do, just from our position here, we're just going to go straight and make a left turn for the departure runway. Look at how beautiful the cockpit of the Zibo is. Looks really, really good. All right. Frames are great. Everything's just really, really good times for X-Plane, ladies and gents. Are using auto ortho? I'm not using everything. Everything is default X-Plane today, and we are using the freeware Zibo. So everything you see today is going to be default X-Plane, including airport, including everything. No add-ons, nothing. Just really plain vanilla X-Plane. All right, we are good to go. Let's go ahead and turn off the left pack, and we're going to start with engine number 2. And there we go. Engine number 2 now spooling. We need, by the way, folks, we need the altimeter. So let's go here real quick. Weather, the altimeter is 1023. All right. 1023. And we can now start engine number 2. And we'll do the same thing on the first officer's side, 1023. Perfect. Maybe give it a little bit of exterior sounds. There we go. All right, we have a good start. Let's just wait. Yep, we do. And next we're going to go ahead and start the engine number 1. It is buttery smooth, without a doubt. With the smooth motion enabled, it works really, really, really well. Very, very smooth. No issues. Great frames. Thank you very much again to Darth. A big shout out to him for giving us this tip. I think it would be good if you stream the released from beta FF777 version 2. I will definitely do that, my friend, and it's going to be possibly this coming Wednesday. Do you stream record using OBS? Yes, sir. All right, so we are going to start engine number 1. And we can set our flaps. Flaps 5.
Further information on the safety curve is the seat pocket in front of you. Zu lieben Gäste, vergewissern Sie sich nun zu Ihrer eigenen Sicherheit, wo Ihr nächstgelegener Notausgang ist, wo Ihre
Right, we can see the flaps deploying now.
Wir bedanken uns für Ihre Aufmerksamkeit. Ladies and gentlemen.
Very nice. All right. And let's see, we have a good start on both engines. Yes, we do. We're going to come over here and we're going to put the bus on the gens. We are going to come here, turn on the probe heat, and the pack go to auto, isolation valve to auto, engine bleeds on, APU bleed off, and we can turn off the APU, engine start switches to continuous, taxi light on, and we are good to go. All right. Parking brake is released, and off we go. Ladies and gentlemen, the Zibo 737 in all its glory inside X-Plane 12.3. This is looking very immersive indeed. Look at the water splash there from the wheels. Very, very nice. And you just heard that the APU has turned off. Now, one of the add-ons that unfortunately is still not compatible with this version of X-Plane is Traffic Global. Although there has been an update from Just Flight, it has been tested with X-Plane 12.2.1. It works perfectly there, but unfortunately it does not work with this version. Yet it causes a lot of issues and crashes, so I decided to remove it for our stream this evening. Thank you very much, the Flying Scotsman. Appreciate it, my friend. Again, guys, what you're seeing here is plain vanilla X-Plane 12.3. So there are no add-ons here for enhancements in any way, shape, or form. This is plain vanilla X-Plane. And I'll tell you, it looks pretty good, I have to say. We will definitely have the 777 stream very soon. I will update the aircraft. I honestly, guys, did not have a lot of time. This has been a very, very hectic week for me at work. Just really nerve-wracking with everything else and all the other responsibilities. But, you know, the good thing is, the positive side of things is that I'm here now on Wednesday and streaming live for you guys. So so that's the positive spin on all of it. I know some of you I know have subscribed to my other channel. I know, Rand, you are there. So thank you very much for the support. I know Mr. Valero is there as well. So thank you very much, guys, for the support. Really appreciate it. Want to really get the new channel to 500 subs at least. It's all over again for this new channel. It just reminds me when I started with the Q8 Pilot channel about 10 years ago. All right, let's make a stop here, and landing lights on, runway turn off lights, taxi lights off, strobe lights can go to strobe light. There we go. Everything here is good. The auto arm is on, and off we go. I love X-Plane, and I love the refraction, the surface refraction effect in X-Plane. It's just really, really good. When the aircraft lines up, the runway lights, you can see here, I mean, I don't like these puddles of water there everywhere on the runway, but they do look good in this specific example. Okay, so we are good to go here, and we are going to give it a little power here. Right, engines are stable, and there we go, toga. I can't really see very well, so let's do that.
80 rotate.
Right, rotate.
Positive rate.
And gears going up. Ooh, very bad weather.
1,000.
All right, so we need to really depend on our instruments now until we're off the clouds. There we go. Right, VNav, LNav. And we're gonna go Command A. I think we can get rid of the wipers now. Let's go ahead and track the flaps. Flaps 1. And we are gonna come here. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So here we are. And yeah, this doesn't look right to me, but you know, we've done the departure. So let me just come here and we're gonna go to real weather. And we're just going to say apply. It's going to download the real weather. And we'll play a little bit with the weather once we are nearing our destination in Moscow. So today we are heading to... Where are we heading? We're heading to Vnakovo in Moscow, Russia. So yeah, where did this... Yeah, so this is more... Look at those clouds, guys. Yeah. I mean, those clouds are looking really nice. Yeah, much better than the artificial situation that I've created. But I just really wanted to take off with rain because we didn't see rain last time. So we need another... Yeah, we're definitely going to do that. I've not flown around for a year. Autumn, winter in... Oh, really? Wow. Glad to have you here, by the way, Mark, with us. So welcome aboard. Again, you can see the beautiful clouds here in this version of X-Plane. Things are just really looking fantastic. We're going to play maybe with the time a little bit as well, a little later, and just take a look at that. Right, let's go to 40 here, and the barrow goes to standard on both sides. And let's see here. We're going to go flaps up. Engine switches go to off, and we'll put this on auto, we'll put that on auto, and everything else is here is fine. All right, so one thing that I want to say, let me bring this down a little bit so you guys can hear me. All right, so one thing I want to say here is during daytime, when the aircraft is at a low altitude, I think this, what you see here, is what breaks the immersion for many of flight simmers, because this is a highly unrealistic rendition of what things look like in real life. And even if we are going to talk about what is plausible, I don't think that what we see here in terms of textures is very plausible. So I would love to see Laminar bringing an alternative, maybe a pack, like a global pack, similar to what Mr. X has developed for X-Plane 11. And maybe there are some real-world textures that, you know, they can repeat, that's okay. But something that makes this sim look a little bit more believable. By the way, when you are at a higher altitude, it really doesn't matter. It really looks okay. It doesn't look this bad. But if you look here, especially during daylight where, you know, the sun is bright, this really looks, you know, pretty bad. The far in the distance, it's okay. But not when you are looking straight here at a closer area, because it looks highly unrealistic. And I can understand those who say that it breaks the immersion. But if we look at those clouds, look at those clouds, look at those towering clouds. I mean, something that we always wanted is to see realistic clouds. And I think now X-Plane offers that. and it does it in style, in my opinion. Here, this is another view here. Look at how beautiful. This is like screenshot material there. Looks like a real scene of the 737 here as we climb to our cruise altitude. Right, 10,000. We're going to kill the lights. And everything else here is good. Perfect. Looks like there is a restriction here. We'll change the time a little bit. A little later before we arrive into our destination. In fact, what we can do is we can come here and change the time maybe to 1830. Now, every time you do this in this beta, X-Plane would re-download the weather. And I think the reason it does this is that it actually gets the historical weather for that specific time when you get it. So it pulls the METAR as of that time. Obviously, if it's something that comes in the future, it will not load it, but you can't really move it forward. So so I think that's why it's downloading the weather every time. All right, I'm not sure that I'm getting your chat, so let me restart my iPad view here, because I suspect that I am not getting your chat. Yes, indeed, I am definitely not getting your chat, and now I'm getting them. Yeah. X-Plane team is working on the next-gen scenery, which will rework the ground completely. That is very good to know. Flight Factor dropped 2 updates for us users. Version 2.1 works without issues in 12.3 beta. Perfect. What mods are you using? Absolutely no mods. Nothing that changes. I'm using XP Realistic and X Camera, but nothing for AJ
I want
Frunari.
to see the game of solitaire that the farmer is playing in his cottage from FL 180 with no drop in frames, average flight simmer.
Oh, thank you so much for coming in with a $5 chat. That was very funny. Thank you very much, AJ. Really appreciate it, my friend. Always a pleasure to have you. By the way, we have the weather radar here, so you can see the weather there. And I do not have terrain radar installed, so we can see the weather in this. Obviously, we don't have bad weather today. AJ, thank you very much again. Really appreciate it. Hello, Spencer. Welcome aboard. I was watching one of your videos, Top 10 Aircraft, and bought the 172 and Dash 400 great products. Absolutely. Absolutely. Glad you were enjoying them. Fearless Leopard is in the house, ladies and gents. Welcome aboard, my friend. It's going very well, Fearless. How are you, my friend? I hope you are well. Absolutely. Yeah, Laminar has been really cooking. Now, I know we were going to do the Fearless 747 right before X-Plane dropped the beta 1. So I am gonna do that. I am gonna do that stream. I haven't forgotten, guys, what you guys want me to do. So that is coming very, very soon, and we are gonna do the 777 as well. I'm so excited about the recent X-Plane improvements. Moved back to it from MSFs, and so much fun. Absolutely, yeah. Hi Q8, Traffic Global is working for me. Try shutting off GA. Synthetic GA and dynamic traffic. Thank you very much for the tip. I will give it a shot, and you can see the beautiful clouds ahead here. That is looking absolutely fantastic. Let's take a look at the outside real quick here. Again, examine those really beautiful clouds. Now that you are above the clouds, you know, I don't mind the scenery underneath. Benny.
Hello, Captain. Loving X-Plane, but mine keep crashing.
Oh, I'm very sorry to hear that, Benny. I'm sure that whenever you're having a crash, make sure that you do send the report to Laminar. Yet even better, go to the log and report the issue to Laminar. I think by doing that, we will help them, debug most of the issues. They are very well aware that there are issues with this version, with Beta 1. So I'm sure the more we provide feedback, the better off they are in quickly resolving these issues. Look at the formation of the clouds here in this particular scene, guys. It looks just fantastic. Yeah. There we go. That is a beautiful looking scene here. I tell you guys, in recent weeks or maybe months, my motivation for flight sim has dropped. And I was really, you know, and that's probably part of the reason why I started this other channel, which has to do with AI and tutorials. I know you guys are not into that, but I just really needed to feed my new passion and do something that I really like, something that I, you know, learn from, and something that excites me. But what has really gotten me very excited again in flight simulation is this version of X-Plane. It really has revived my motivation for flight simming in general. Although there are a lot of things that I just don't feel that I'm up to anymore. Things like, you know, getting products from, you know, the creator, from, you know, from the you know, from the developers of these products, not software but hardware. I just lost interest in doing that, to be honest. There's just a ton of hardware, and every single time you look at a review now, it's probably been sent for free, and, you know, people would hold back, you know, a lot of content creators would hold back from really criticizing the product because, you know, it's been provided to them free of charge to showcase, and they end up saying things like, well, I'll leave it to you guys to decide. Well, you know, we're watching so that you tell us what do you think, because your opinion matters. So please tell us if you like the product, you know, then say that you like it. If you don't like it, say that you don't like it. So that whole thing is just not sitting well with me right now. I don't know, maybe I'm getting old. But yeah, if I want to review something on the channel, I think about a year ago when I had a meeting with the moderators of the channel, whom I thank very much for their unparalleled support, I made it very clear that I will no longer accept any hardware from any manufacturer unless I purchase it myself, test it myself, and review it. And then I'll give you guys my feedback. Now, I've been doing this for software. There are very few developers who I accept their products, because I know they're very open to constructive criticism. Companies like Just Flight, like Tolus, I'm very happy to showcase their products and give my honest opinion, because they're okay with me really being, you know, constructive in my criticism, of course, which I hope I'm, you know, successful in doing always. But for hardware, it's just, it's not my thing anymore. I don't want to get any free hardware. I have so much hardware, you know, in my office. I don't even know what to do with. And if I really want to do something, I want to really buy it. I want to take my time in reviewing. And by the way, when those guys come and tell you that they want you to review their product, they tell you, send us the link before you post it. It's not that, you know, we're going to influence anything you say, but we want to see it to just make sure that, you know, the branding is right. It's like, come on, guys. If I buy something, I'm not going to care about your branding. It's going to be my branding. It's going to be your product, but it's going to be my branding. I want to say what I want to say. So, yeah, I'm not into that, guys. So I just wanted to be very clear with you guys. This is the reason why you haven't been seeing a lot of hardware reviews on the channel. That is the reason. So let's see here. Some interesting content. If you do, please check out what he's done. I lost you guys there. Oh, Sim Fanatic is in the house, ladies and gents. Welcome aboard, my friend. Sim Fanatic, a great individual, great human being, guys, and he's running an excellent channel. He does not do X-Plane, though. He is more of an MSFS guy, but his channel is great. He's got a really a great sense of humor and quite a personality when he does his live stream. So I highly recommend that you that you visit his channel, subscribe to Symphanatic, and give the guy a few hundred likes and subscribes. He definitely deserves it. One of the influencers in our community, and he's come a long way building his channel. Q8, in the 10 years that I have followed you, been a friend. Your integrity has never been in question. Thank you very much, Rand. I really, really appreciate it. Really appreciate that. And I'm very thankful, guys, for, you know, all the support that you guys provide. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much, Rand. Thank you, all of you guys. Really appreciate that. The laugh track is indeed. Thank you, my friend. Great to be here, even if it's for a little while I'm on lunch break. Appreciate the kind comments. Well deserved, Symphanatic. Well deserved. I hope your son is doing well, and I'm sure he's grown by now. I hope you're doing well, and I hope he's still enjoying his Thrustmaster gear. I have gone back to Explain 12.2 without Ortho and SimHeaven. I primarily use Say Intentions and Nimbus Airports. Ooh, Nimbus Airports are very good. Hello, the Giggle Yachties. How are you doing, my friend? Welcome. I didn't get an update for 12.3. How come? Planda, you need to run the Explain installer and make sure that you tick on the beta tick box. There's like a little tick box. You tick that, and then you run it, and then it will give you the beta. That's how Laminar works with betas when they release them. So just they don't interfere with your, you know. And by the way, they recommend that you do a new copy of Explain. I've never done that. I've never heeded that advice from Laminar. I always just update my main sim. I never make copies, and I don't bother with that. And I just very quickly, you can identify what's breaking the sim if it breaks. Normally it's those plugins that you have, and you just, you know, just pull them out of your, you know, resources plugins directory, and then run the sim, and then you'll be fine. We have Lilo Pilot. Welcome aboard, my friend. Glad to have you with us. Blight Quest, welcome. Curious how the sunglasses work with your setup. Toggle Shift F. Shift and S. There you go. Those are the sunglasses. So they work fine, I think. Yeah. They make things a little bit darker. But yeah, they're okay. All right. So if we look here, 150 nautical miles before top of descent, and here's a look here at our cruise altitude, 31,000 feet. Again, here's what I was talking about. Now you can't really see the ground. It doesn't look as bad as previously, but things are really looking very promising in Explain. Q8, hi Q8, did you see my post about Traffic Global? Yes, sir. I have seen that. Thank you very much, Rocker. I will try and play it again, try to install it again, and see if it works okay. For those of you worried about hardware, I'm running a 10-year-old system i5 with a 1060 gigabyte video card. I use Q8's video setting and get 25 to 45 FPS. Wow, that's very good, Rand. That's very good. Hello, Demon Trader. Welcome aboard. Evening to my friend. I have not flown Zibo for months. I can't get it to work with pilot to ATC. I get no radios at all. A bit of a pain. Patiently waiting for Airflow Labs Max. Yeah, that I am waiting for too. By the way, Tolis is going to be releasing an Airbus A320 CEO. I cannot disclose the expected release date because it's not final, so it's not public information. But that aircraft is definitely coming. It's going to be an add-on to the A320 Neo. So if you already have the A320, you will be able to purchase the add-on, the CEO add-on for the A320. Just similar to the Neo. That is coming soon. I don't know when, but I've been in contact with Tolis, and they will provide provide me with a release date, and they will also provide me with a release, or with a showcase copy, or what do you call it? They call it a press copy, yeah? A press copy here to showcase it here on the channel, and of course give you guys my feedback. Now, Tolis has never really, released anything that wasn't quality in terms of the fidelity of system simulation, but when it comes to texturing, that's the department where they normally fail to impress, I think. So we'll see when that one comes. I hope that they've made some change there. Can't wait for the CEO. A lot of people are, yeah. How can I get the updated 737 Zibo? I have put in the link, Mr. Plane Trip. Just type in chat !aircraft. You will get the link to download the Zibo aircraft. You should be able... Oh! Symphonic has done it yet again. 5 Q8 pilot gifted memberships. Thank you so much. Thank you so very much, Symphonic. Really appreciate that. Very, very kind of you. And guys, if you've received a gifted membership from Symphonic, please say thank you. And please be sure to visit his channel and subscribe, give him likes, and turn on the bell notification so that you are informed when he's live. Thank you again, Symphonic. Really appreciate it, my friend. That's very, very kind of you, sir. HD Sim, welcome to the show. How are we? Oh, Jaleel, that's you. Oh, Fly Lilo, how are you doing, my friend? Your name looks different today. Oh, Carl Childers just coming in with $20. Thank you so much, guys. You guys are making me blush now. Thank you very much, Carl.
Just a little something to show some support for our favorite streamer.
Thank you so much, Carl. Really appreciate it, my friend. Very, very kind of you. You guys are just way too kind. Thank you so much, guys. Really appreciate it. Thank you to all of you. Thank you. All right. So, folks, we are going to come here. We are 116 nautical miles from top of descent. We are going to come here, and we are going to configure the ILS frequency, which is 108.90, which is already set. Oh, Jesse coming in with $10 super chat. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. Really, you guys are the best. Thank you. Very, very generous of you guys. Thank you very much. Hello, Luke. The new NVIDIA driver with smooth motion works well. Yes, it does. We are using it today, and right now we are getting 72 FPS, 75 FPS. It works really great. It works very, very smooth. And a big shout out again to Darth, who has put in this tip for me in my previous stream. Thank you very much, guys. Jesse, thank you so much. $10 super chat. Thank you, Carl. $20 super chat. And Symphonic, 5 gifted memberships. Thank you for all your support. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. No worries at all, Jesse. Take your time, my friend. Oh, you're gonna go get your kid. Oh, that's sweet. Yeah, you go and get your kid, man. And tell him Q8 says hello. Alrighty, so we are looking good so far, and we should be arriving. Oh, Symphonic.
I have to run. Thank you for what you do. You always have been an inspiration. Q8 pilot. Blue skies.
Oh, you did it again, Symphonic. Thank you so much, my friend. I really appreciate it. Coming in again with a $10 super chat. Thank you very much, Symphonic. Really appreciate it, my friend. Thank you very much. You're a fine gentleman, Symphonic. Thank you very much, guys. For those of you who do not know, Symphonic in the last Flight Sim Expo last year, where of course I wasn't able to make it last year, as as a means of showing support, he actually put on the Q8 pilot T-shirt.
Okay, I'm on board. Smile.
Well, Rand, thank you very much, Rand, for coming in with $20 super chat there. Thank you for them very much for the support. One of my dearest friends, Rand, has been with me since the channel had 500 subs 10 years ago. Thank you very much, Rand. Really appreciate all your support and your loyalty over the years. I really appreciate it. One of the best things, guys, about flight simming for me is the friendships that I've made and all the people that I've inspired over the years. To me, this is really what makes this worthwhile, to be completely honest with you guys. So thank you very much for all the support. You guys are just the greatest. Yeah, I'm just speechless. I don't know really what to say. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Do you drill fly on VATSIM? No. I normally do either IVAO, which I haven't done quite some time, or say intentions, which I think you guys want me to do. So, what is your second channel called? Rand, would you mind copying pasting the channel into chat here so people can take a look? And I really appreciate it, guys, just to support the channel. If you can subscribe to it, I know it's all about AI tutorials and stuff. In fact, one of the videos I had just posted a few days ago, I think the day before yesterday or the day before, had only 7 views. And there's actually this really kind gentleman that put a comment, and he said, you know, something like, you know, I wish more people would come and look at your videos, because what you show here, I haven't seen anyone do. And that to me was enough, you know. Again, I really don't care how much views it gets. If there's at least one person who benefited from the video, you know, to me, that's very satisfying. You know, I've helped someone. And that's really, guys, this is my passion. You know, my passion for teaching, for you know, helping people out is something that really has driven me and is really the basis for how this channel, the Q8 Pilot channel, came about. So I was really happy to see it. But I do thank you very much, Rand, for posting the link there. And if you guys have the interest in learning about AI, or generative AI mainly, there I show you the tutorials of how to do things. The channel is very young, so not even yet indexed by YouTube. It's less than a month old. So yeah, so that's going to be my second channel, my other passion. So I'm starting to use XP12. The lovely folks at Laminar are adding the keyboard keys for pitch roll in the next update. Ooh, that is really good news. You know, Fly Lilo, Jalil, if you want, we can always do like a stream together. Hopefully we can do it. I know there is a shared cockpit software that we can set up, and then it would be my complete privilege to have you, Jalil, here on the channel and fly with you. Give you a wee sub there. Thank you very much, the Flying Scotsman. Hello, Jesse. Welcome. Golden Aviation, welcome aboard. Thank you very much, Mr. Ponda. It takes a kind person to realize another. So I thank you for your comments, sir. All right. So let us take a quick look at our charts, and we are arriving runway 06 through. All right, so the Rorak transition, which is this one here. So we're going to come down here and make the turn. This is the transition, the Rorak transition, and then intercept the ILS. The platform altitude is 2,000. This is mandatory. Okay, so the maximum at Whiskey 501 is 3,000, minimum 25, and we have to be absolutely at 2,000 here at Whiskey 502. And the maximum speed, 160 knots. Okay. that is, we are 61 nautical miles, so I'm going to go ahead and reset our altitude to, oh, not 0, to 2,000. And everything else here is looking good. And we should be arriving into our destination shortly. Only 60 nautical miles, so if I go here to our flight, and let's remove that. And let's see here. There we go. All right. So if we look here, we are more than halfway through our flight. A short one. I like those short hops. So, yeah, things are good. Yeah, for the That's one, I like that. Yeah, I figured some of you guys would like that. I could have done better on that specific documentary, and I will probably take a little more time. I'm doing a lot of trials on things, so I'm using. So there's a new image model that's been released. I don't know if you guys know it, by Google, called Nano Banana. A very strange name for an image model. But Nano Bananas is something that really is changing the graphics industry, especially, you know, things like, if you guys use Photoshop, Nano Banana is something that's really gives you very powerful editing capabilities, and much more than, you know, the editing capabilities. And it's probably, if the software companies today, like Adobe, doesn't really look at how to integrate that and bring their prices down, I think they're going to start losing some business very soon. This AI thing, by the way, is redefining how everything works. So, hello there, Hedy. Welcome, my friend. Julian Fun, welcome aboard. Glad to have you here with us. Yeah, hopefully I can do more of those documentaries, and maybe I'll make them a little bit more interesting, maybe longer. It just takes really long time to create, because every generation, for like in VO3, which is Google's like video generator, AI generator, which is very good, by the way, but it's an 8-second clip. So in the 8 seconds, if you have something like a 5-minute video, imagine how many clips you have to create with 8 seconds long clips. So yeah, that's not the subject of this stream though, so I kind of drifted there. But all right, so everything here is good. We're going to do flaps 30 today, and we are going to add 5 knots for wind correction there, so that gives us a final approach speed today of 153 knots, and that's set. And then we also need, do we have it here? 108 point. I want to put it on both, so this is 108.9. Yeah, that's done. We're going to set the approach course to 57, which is already set on both sides, and the aircraft is now ready for the descent. And we can see a little bit of clouds there in the distance as we make it through to Moscow. I don't think I've ever, tried to pronounce is it Vnukovo? Vnukovo. I'm sure this is incorrect, but this is what it sounds like. But anyway, this is in Moscow, Russia. So that's where we're heading today. And yeah, all's good. Everything is in tip-top shape. And we should begin the descent shortly. Hi, Q8, just joined the stream. Had a crash today due to Traffic Global. Any ideas? Yeah, you're not alone. I've had the same issue from Traffic Global. Some people are not having any issues. I think maybe, just maybe, there is something else that's causing that. Some people are having issues. Some people are not having any issues with it. I did, by the way, complete one full flight with Traffic Global with no issues. But I know that when it's present, sometimes I get crashes. Without it, everything's fine. Most people flying, I have found them to be way biased. The clouds in X-Plane are way better. Yes, they are. That's why QA Pilot voice is so familiar. Same voice for the little nav map. If I'm correct, how cool. My sim, 3 monitors, 50-inch, still chugging along at 20 FPS, but smooth. Maybe 30 at altitude. FlightQuest, try to use the smooth motion in the NVIDIA app. I think it's going to help you tremendously if you're not using, because I know lossless scaling will more than likely not work with multiple displays. But you have to also be careful when you turn on smooth motion. The latency mode is going to change from to ultra. So the low latency mode needs to change to ultra, and it will do it automatically for you. But that's something that can probably help you. And it doesn't have the drawback of lossless scaling, which can only do the scaling on one screen. So if you have multiple screens, it's just not going to work. The weather and X-Plane is truly next gen, and when they add TAA, it will be real life. Yes, Fly Lilo. Indeed, my friend. Indeed. All right, here's our top of descent. We are 13 nautical miles now from top of descent. So almost there now. And I'm really excited to land the Zibo for the very first time in a very long, I think the last time we did a Zibo flight was a very long time ago. So quite excited to try out, you know, the hand flying the aircraft. Very, very nice. The sun glare and the sun glow and the light scattering is simply outstanding in X-Plane. Very cool. How can I fix the cockpit light low resolution during night in the A330? So I think what you're referring to is when you click on the buttons, what happens is you lose the resolution. So the buttons themselves are okay, but when it's nighttime and you click the button, I think one of you guys put in a comment, he said reduce the light, and that should help with the resolution. You can tell the work on the lighting and shading has been a key focus. Yes, indeed. Hello Q8 from Sweden. Is X-Plane stronger than ever? Absolutely, Adam, and welcome, my friend. Glad to have you here. Are you using any color filter? Why does the clouds look so good? I'm not using any color filter, no. But please refer to my NVIDIA, to my X-Plane 12 settings guide for 2025, because there are some things in the NVIDIA control panel that I change for the color. So I'm using full depth color, and I use the NVIDIA range. I'm not using the default monitor colors. So that is going to help. Just check out my video there. And I just realized today that video has been very, very popular. I don't know, it's gotten a lot of views. So I've noticed this only today. So obviously it's working for a lot of people. So give it a shot. Take a look at it. And I do mention there exactly what are my NVIDIA control panel settings and all the things that you need to do. Some things might break your PC. So the things that I do in the system changes, maybe you want to avoid those. I don't know. For me, they work great. Some people have complained. But the NVIDIA control panel and the sim settings themselves, I think, are very useful. Link to the video. If you guys can, any of the moderators, I'd be very grateful if you can just look that up, the X-Plane 12 settings guide for 2025. Any of the moderators, really be very grateful, guys. Thank you so much for the support. Okay, so there are a few restrictions along the way. We've already begun the descent. We will decel here. Then there is a TD from 18,000. I am going to extend the speed brake here a little bit, and that is going to help us with the speed. And we want to make sure that we respect all the altitudes today, because this is kind of a tricky approach. So we do want to respect all of them. The one thing I really like with the smooth motion enabled in the NVIDIA app is that all those pauses and stutters are just completely gone. It's just really butter smooth, guys. All right, I'm going to turn on the non-smoking and fasten seatbelt signs as we continue our descent towards Moscow. How much better is the performance in this update compared to the previous one? Well, I wouldn't say that the performance is better, but I think it hasn't degraded at all. So when I will give you what the exact test that I do. I load up the Laminar Cessna 172 in Lima 52, which is Oceano County Airport. And I get, with the previous sim and with the previous version, 12.2.1 and 12.3, I get 130 FPS. So I know that in terms of performance, they're exactly the same. Nothing has changed. There's no degradation in performance. I do find X-Plane 12.3 to be smoother with the same NVIDIA settings that I use in my settings guide. The only difference is that I'm using in this stream today, because I know a lot of you guys have asked in Discord. So today I'm using the smooth motion, which essentially does what lossless scaling does. So it will add frames. It will use AI to add frames between every other frame. I'm not sure that it does it every other frame because it doesn't exactly double the FPS, but I know it smoothens things out and things are just looking fantastic now with smooth motion enabled in the NVIDIA app. Is that the 2025 one? That's probably the one. Yeah, might be a year old. Yeah. I really don't know if it's a year old or not, but it might be. It just works. It does work. Whatever is in that video, trust me, it does work. Right, we're looking good here. We continue the descent. We have the speed brakes extended. And we'll leave them extended until the speed just goes down a little bit. What is the current speed here? Let's just take a quick look. Yeah, we need to. I think we can remove the speed brakes now. So let's. Yeah, it's about 270. So that's about right there. And we'll just bring this back here. Let the aircraft do its thing now. Perfect. Again, a lovely scene here as we arrive into Moscow. And we can change the time slightly, maybe. Or we just leave it. That's alright. I actually gave ChatGPT my PC specs, and it recommended me the best settings to set in the control panel. It helped so much. Yeah, ChatGPT is very useful. I thought 1 year was a bit long for 2025. Are you using lossless scaling? No, in this stream I'm not using lossless scaling. Today I'm using smooth motion, which is part of the NVIDIA app. You just go there as I've shown in the beginning of the stream, and you can just add X-Plane to the NVIDIA app, and then you enable smooth motion from within the menu there, and take a look at the results. I think, for me, I think it works really, really well. Yeah. And you don't get the latency that you get with lossless scaling. Personally, I did get, it wasn't bad for me. I mean, my experience with lossless scaling has been phenomenal. I love lossless scaling. But it does introduce just a little bit of latency. So I have, what I've done is I am using this smooth motion today based on a tip received from one of you guys on my previous stream, and yeah, it works really well. Works really well. Okay, so 15,000. So we are doing just fine for the current sector. 900,000. We have also restrictions all the way to 7,000. Okay. Okay, let us check the. Let's go here to. All right, let's see here. RNAV, that's the airport elevation, 685. And outset transition level is 11,000. All right, so 685. I think we'll just leave it at 650. And the altimeter transition is 11. And we're going to come here and go to the weather. Let's see. Did I get the elevation right? Let's see. Yeah, 685 is the elevation. Fine. Okay. Now we need... All right, so 1030 at 11,000. Okay, perfect. Looking good. Here's a look at the outside as we arrive into Moscow. And things are looking good. There's our transition. I think the transition starts somewhere there. And here's stop and descent. Let me switch this to 20 nautical miles so we can see the restrictions. All right, so we do have a restriction at 9,000. We are getting to 13. 1030 is the altimeter setting. Which type of NVIDIA has smooth motion? Which type of... I'm not sure if it's available in all, but it's in the NVIDIA app. I am not sure which graphics card has it and which one doesn't. But I know the 4 series has it, and I'm sure the 5 series has it. So I don't know. Or I'm sorry, I don't know. Have you tried Blue Sky Star Simulation's Neo Atmospheric Effect and Lighting mod? It makes the sky look mega realistic. No, I haven't. Do you have the Damon Trader? Are you on my Discord? If you are, I'd be really, really appreciative if you can just post the link there. Blue Sky Star. You know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna take a capture of what you're sending me here in chat, and then I'll look it up. There we go. I just captured the chat, and I will take a look at that. All right. So 11,000. We're going to switch now the altimeter to 1030. There we go. 1030 on the captain's side, and 1030 on the first officer side. There we go. 1030, and here we are. Look at those clouds, guys. Yay. Very nice. All right. All right. I'm going to cheat a little bit. And I want to change the time because I think for the approach, this is a much, much nicer sky color. And look at the clouds as well, and the cockpit as well. It makes for a very immersive approach into... Look at that, guys. I mean, look at that. That looks just gorgeous. So, yeah, that's going to be a really nice approach. All right, so 10,000 feet. We're going to turn on the lights. And everything else is good here. Perfect. So we're going to begin the descent. So decel here, and then we'll begin the descent there from 9,000. So we're looking good. Excellent. And then there is a restriction at 7,000. So we're going to remain at 7,000 for a while here. And then, let's see, from the Rorik transition, how many miles do we have? We have 7, 9, 10, 14, 20.2, 20.2, 28.2, 32.8. Yeah, I think we're fine. We can clear that from 7,000 to... Yeah, from 7,000 to 2,000, about 5,000 feet. So we need about 15 nautical miles to clear that. So I think we have sufficient sufficient time to descend to the platform altitude. Perfect. Chief Queeve, welcome. Glad to have you here. I have a 360. It will not be benefiting. Just open your NVIDIA app and see if it's there. It has different light effect and haze for different cities and countries based on pollution and weather. It's all based on real physics, nothing fake or over-enhanced. Really? Wow. That's very cool. I'm very excited to... Blue Sky Star, huh? I'm really excited to try it out now. Blue Sky Star Simulations Neo-Atmospheric Effects. Yeah, I have to try that. I'll definitely give it a shot. Yeah, definitely between those two, between the tallest A340 and the Flight Factor 777, definitely the 777 version 2 wins. Hands down, I agree. I don't do VATSIM, I do IVOA, and I do say intentions. All right, so we are descending now to 7,000, and there is a restriction at 7,000 feet, which we will maintain for quite some time here, as you can see. And things are looking really, really cool. We can see the lighting here. Really, this version of X-Plane is a very promising version. And I am very excited, once again, about the prospect of flight simulation and where we're going with, you know, with this hobby. And yeah, I quite honestly, after this version, I'm finding it extremely difficult to get into Microsoft Flight Sim. But I'm going to push myself, guys. Yeah, I'm going to push myself to do some MSFS streams as well. I think some of the aircraft in Microsoft Flight Sim are definitely worthy, you know, of my time. The sim itself has come a long way after Sim Update 3. Still not perfect, but it's okay. You have tempted me over X-Plane side. Join the force. Yeah, may the force of X-Plane be with you. Cruising at flight level 230 surely has not been boring at all, with well worth the time. Absolutely. I find cruise very boring in 2024. It is very boring, generally speaking. Yeah, cruise is really bad. Right, so we are going to continue on this altitude, 7,000 feet, until we arrive at this very point here where we begin to descend again. And then we need to be very careful because not long after that, we're going to arrive into our destination. So we need to be very, very careful. But this is what, again, you can see the lighting here. Again, you can see the road traffic in X-Plane. Here, let me zoom in a little bit. There, you can see it here. You can see the movement of the traffic in X-Plane is much more realistic, by the way, as well than MSFS. The traffic, the road traffic, when you see it's very, very nice. Alrighty, 220 knots. That's our turn. And we'll be arriving into our destination shortly. It should be a lot of fun. The approach should be a lot of fun. Do you prefer Zibo or Level Up? Well, if I'm completely honest, I really like the visuals in the Level Up. So I think they really did a very good job with the visuals. They did a very good job with the sounds, but and it is of course based on Zibo. The only problem with Level Up is they don't update it as much. And so Zibo is like light years ahead in terms of the flight model tweaks. It takes them like a year or more than a year to bring an update. And so by the time, you know, by the time they update, Zibo has already made like considerable updates to the base model. And so they're always far behind in terms of the flight model. which kind of is a put off for me. So yeah, I do prefer the Zibo in that respect, but I like a lot the visuals in the level up. You can always copy the aircraft file, the aircraft's config file, and move it over to the level up, but that sometimes doesn't work well. It might break things up. But yeah, the base model, of course, is Zibo. It's just that they don't really update the aircraft that much, which is a shame. Yeah, X-Plane is definitely looking fantastic, Camilo. Yes. Why can't we just have the Zibo flight dynamics in the level up? You do have them. But see, the thing is, Zibo updates his aircraft quite regularly. And the guys over the level up guys, which are, by the way, the level up project is by threshold. So they actually do not update regularly. So like it took them like over a year from release to the to the second update, or the first upgrade or update, if you will. So yeah, right here I think again you can see here the road traffic again, the movement. You can see the headlamps and the tail lights. Very, very cool. And the movement of the road traffic is also done very, very well. Look at those lights. Very nice sounds as well. The F-Mod sounds in the Zibo aircraft is very, very good. All right, so we're going to come here and let's see. Oh, no, not GPU connect. Let's say here, prepare for landing. Will that work? That didn't quite work, but that's okay. All right, so we are going to descend. If I put this back on 40, there's the top of descent. So I think we should be fine. Yeah, there we go. Okay. All right, let me just come here real quick. Runway 06. Okay, RW 06. And we're going to say 057 and 10. Let's put that there. All right, let me see now where we are. All right, so there we are for just situational awareness. Much, much better when you use, the ring here, 10 nautical mile ring, so that you at least have a reference of what you're doing. So right after Rorik here, we're going to begin the descent, and not much after, we're going to arrive into, so we might use vertical descent to speed up our descent to the required altitude, the platform altitude of 2,000 feet, because we're actually now not too far from our destination. So we're going to need all the time in the world to descend from 7,000 to 2,000. We needed to clear about 5,000 feet in about 15 nautical miles, 20 nautical miles. So I think we're just really pushing it, but we'll see. It's making me want to fly. It looks amazing. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Minus 2,000 FPM rate will do it. All right. Thanks, Carl. Appreciate that. Right, we're going to set the NT skid to 2. And let's see here. We're going to put the engine start switches to continuous. I really like the lights. Here, let me show you this, one of the nicest views here. Look at that. Looks really, really good. All right. That's top of descent right there from 7,000. Very advanced, by the way. It's got failures and it's got... Go here. And then you go to page 2. There you've got all these kind of failures that you can do. Engine, electric, hydraulics. So they've done a really, really good job on this aircraft. I mean, Zibo's brilliant. He's just absolutely brilliant. Can someone send me a link to join Q8's Discord, please? I think they just sent it just right now. Stream Elements, you've got it up there. The link, I think, Jesse has just put it in there. Oh, you can't use it. Carl, would you mind just copying the Discord channel link and providing it here in chat? Maybe I need to fix the link in the Stream Elements thing. Mr. Dalal Al-Hadri, how are you doing, my friend? Let's do a random failure. Well, I think we can. We can do a random failure. So what do we have here? Systems, land 2, everything here is okay. Disable random failures, fix all failures. Engines, what do we have? Engine fire? I don't know. It's gonna make me sweat. Yeah. We'll do it next time. We'll do it next time. The one from Stream Elements won't work. All right, I'll fix that, Jesse, for our next stream. Sorry. Here's the correct link from Carl. Thank you so much, Carl. Appreciate it. All right. So now we are going to descend from 7,000. And let's see. We want 2,000 feet per minute. So I'm going to follow the advice from Carl. And we're going to go to 2,000 feet per minute. And I am going to look at the speeds here. So we're going to go down to 200 knots. There we go. 200 knots, 2,000 feet per minute. And we're going to extend the speed brakes. There we go. Excellent. Here's the 10 nautical mile ring. Again, very, very close now. Guys, look at how beautiful this scene is. Let's do a cinematic flyby. X-plane is looking its best. All right. Final speed is 157 knots. No, sorry, 152, isn't it? 153. Okay. 153. All right, we're looking good. And we'll just, I love the lighting in X-plane here. Look at this, just beautiful. And even the lighting inside the cockpit is really, really nice. Here we can also bring the map light, now the chart lights. So we're going to turn those on. There we go. And right there. There. Looking good. Wow, look at that, guys. This is an amazing scene here as we approach Moscow. And this Belavia airline was the first time I hear about it when I saw the trip over in Volanta. Again, look at you can see the headlights. They're illuminating the front of the car, and the same thing goes for the tail lights. You can see it's just really, really nice. Very, very nice. The lighting is incredible in X-plane. Very, very nice. All right, here we go, 2,000 feet. We are reducing our speed now. And the next speed is going to be 165. 200 knots, we need to be below 200 knots. So we are doing very, very well now. We can actually go to VNAV and let it manage the speed. It's going to want to increase the speed a little bit. So 220 and then 200 at the next waypoint. All right. So we're doing very well. And the next waypoint, it's 200 knots and above 3,000. So we're not exactly respecting the restrictions there. But we're looking good. All right, we're going to switch now to 10 nautical miles. Here's our turn. To 17. Yeah, it's going to follow the... It will respect now whatever speeds we have in the FMC. And we're almost there now, folks. So what we're going to do... Alright, so that's 210. And speed check flaps 1. Alright, we're going to go to 190. Look at this beautiful approach here. Very, very immersive. And speed check, flaps 5. Wow, it looks amazing, guys. It looks fantastic. Alright, there's flaps 5. And we're going to go to the approach button here. And here's the turn. We have captured the localizer. Alright, let me now retract the flaps and we're going to arm the speed brake. Alright, and we have the runway in sight. Looks gorgeous. Look at this view. Wow. All right. 25170 knots. All right, speed check. Flaps 15. Landing gear coming down. Speed check. Flaps 25. And flaps 30. Speed is 153. Excellent. Looking good. Glide slope active. And we want to go down to 153 knots. Slightly. Yeah, it's gonna sit. All right, 1,000 feet. And we are going to disconnect the auto throttle. We're going to disconnect the autopilot and my aircraft.
10.
Reverse. Gotta love the sound of the reversers. 80 knots. Manual braking. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Moscow. All right. We've made it.
Angenehmen Aufenthalt hier bei uns an Bord. Wir wünschen Ihnen nun einen schnellen, aber vor allem sicheren Weg nach Hause.
All right, let's take a look at our landing here.
Wir sagen vielen Dank, dass Sie heute unsere Gäste waren.
Very smooth, by the way. The replays now in X-Plane are just really, really smooth. All right, I think... But that's okay. All right. So here's the approach. And we're just going to enjoy this one here today. Look at those lights. Look at the flaps. The details on this Zibo is amazing. And look at the lighting here. Wow. And here's our aircraft. Again, I love the lighting in X-Plane. My favorite replay angle is this one here. And you can really, really appreciate, you know, how realistic it looks in X-Plane. Look at that, guys. Look at the runway contours there. Very, very nice, aren't they? Even the cops were there to witness this amazing landing. All right, let's do it again. No, no, no. That's not what we want. Yeah, we want the replay there. Oh, what did I do? Come on. All right, there we go. Let's do it again. We'll do it in faster motion here. All right, there we go. Let's remove that. There. Very, very nice. Yeah. And we're gonna do a wing view. We gotta do a wing view, guys. You cannot land in X-Plane without doing a wing view. So we're gonna do that. We are going to place the aircraft right about there. And there we go. Look at the wing condensation there. The wing flex, yes. Well, guys, tell you, if you haven't done so already, go get X-Plane 12 and download the Zibo and have a really terrific flight. That's just really, really cool. All right, there we go. We are going to retract the flaps. Speed brakes. That's done. There we go. And we're going to turn off the landing lights. Runway turn off lights. Taxi. This goes off. And the strobes are off as well. And we are going to start the APU. There we go. Excellent. And this airport looks a bit strange. Not sure what is there. It looks like the taxiways lead over there over the trees, so this scenery is probably not correct. So we're gonna go area that looks like there's a terminal there, and the control tower is definitely there. So maybe that's where we can go and park the aircraft. Yeah, the Zibo 737 is absolutely free of charge. You don't pay anything for the Zibo. I remember one time I made a really big donation for Zibo, and I think he deserves it. You know, he deserves all the support for creating such an amazing aircraft for us to enjoy. I really am very unfamiliar with this airport. But I don't want to go there. I'm going to go this taxiway here. And I think there might be somewhere there. Well, if we don't, looks like, yeah, it looks like some, you know, some stuff is going over there. We can see the police right over there. And, yeah, the whole airport is full of police. I'm not sure what's going on here. But we can see the law enforcement all over the area. Yeah, there's definitely an aircraft there, so we'll just park right next to it. Right, I'm just going to go from that side and bring the aircraft to a stop. Cargo jet. Ah, this is the cargo terminal. Oh well, that's all right. Yeah, we'll assume that we're going to pretend that the law enforcement has instructed us to come here to check the aircraft. So yeah, that's a good excuse for us to come here. So now buy the houses. Imagine. All right, let's bring the aircraft to a stop here, and we're going to set the parking brake. We are going to put the bus on the APU, and then we're going to turn on the APU bleed. We're going to leave this pack. We're going to open the isolation valve, close this pack, and trim air can go off. We're going to turn off the probe heat, and this can stay as it is. This can stay as it is. We are going to come over here. Let's go ahead and turn off the engines. Engine 2, Engine 1, fuel cutoff on both engines. Perfect. And we shouldn't now lose the power. We don't need those fuel pumps. We'll leave this one there for the APU. And if we go up here, we can also turn off the adheres and the yaw damper off. Okay, perfect. And now we can also turn off the anti-collision light. Brilliant. And then we're going to come here. Go airside services. Next. And let's see. Let's go back. I think it should, I think it should automatically start deboarding. Let me see here. Yeah. I think it will begin automatic deboarding now that the aircraft engines... There you go. Again, very, very nice automation with the Zibo. You can see now the aircraft is... the deboarding has started. The minute you turn off the engines, I think below 40 or 30 N1, you can turn off the beacon lights, and then the deboarding of the aircraft automatically begins. And by the way, guys, just if you go and do... If you don't see the automation, it's probably because you're not using the airside service. So this is something that you need to do in order to get this. So we can kill the taxi lights off, and everything else here is good. And there you have it, ladies and gents. The Zibo 737, the most recent update in the latest version of X-Plane 12.3.0 Beta 1. It was a bit of a rough start to our stream this evening, but things turned out to be beautiful in the end. I want to thank you so very much, guys, for all the support today, for all your likes, your donations, your super chats, your gifted memberships. I really, really appreciate it very much. And thank you for all the moderators for the great help today. You guys are just the greatest. Want to thank you guys for being here, and we are going to reconvene for another stream this coming Wednesday. But until then, please take care of yourselves and each other, and I will see you all very soon. Thanks for tuning in, and have a lovely day. Bye for now.